What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunched Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Get this, Deontay Wilder has added Don House to his training camp ahead of his trilogy fight with Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury. House joins Malik Scott and JD's as the third coach in the Bronze Bomber team as the 35-year-old looks to regain the WBC belt. Malik Scott wrote, "It's a real learning experience and a learning pleasure having the legendary Don House going to war with us October 9th to regain the heavyweight title. His knowledge and experience adds value to the task at hand." Scott, 40 years old, holds the position as head trainer in Wilder's setup, but House will add further experience to the team alongside these. Previous trainers Mark Breland was sacked in February and was replaced by Scott 4 months ago, and Wilder describing the latter as genius. House entered Wilder's radar in 2015 when he trained Bermain Stervern, who was one of the few men to go 12 rounds with the Bronze Bomber. And Wilder will need all the help he can get when he takes on Fury, which is 33 years of age, Las Vegas on October 9th. The American was, of course, outclassed on February 22nd. And this is what Deontay Wilder had to say. He said, "The team is great. The team is great. We're all in for him." Sorry, that was House, okay? So he says House believes Wilder has got a balanced team behind him, okay? And he says there's no one stepping on each other's toes, Malik and I. We get along great. If I say something, I pull everybody to the side. I respect him, Wilder's man. He's a good guy, he's hungry, and he's willing to learn. It's going to be a different fight. Those are the words of the new trainer, Don House. Now, let me counterpunch. When I first heard this news, I know it was a couple days old now, and the first thing I thought of was when Tyson Fury brought on Freddie Roach as a quote-unquote cut man. Okay, and I seen the beef between the cut man and Ben Davison. And because of that particular fight, it was a success, even though Fury and Wilder came to a draw. I would say that the fight was a good fight, to say the least, but it wasn't any help to the discommunication or the clash between two trainers, head trainer and added trainer. So reading this, it does relieve me to hear them say Malik Scott and Don House gets along great. And I like how he explained it. He was, well, if I have something to add, I'm pulling everybody to the side. Instead of just, hey, let me tell this one guy as though I'm dictating and I'm telling my own thing without other people knowing what I'm telling them. Okay, and because I think that's what happens when, you have someone with intuition or instruction and they want to impose that on a fighter, and they haven't let the head trainer know and did the proper protocol of chain of command when it comes to these type of fights, right? When it comes to these type of training camps, one guy's trying to tell the other guy. You remember Alex Ariza was trying to tell Manny Pacquiao certain things, making magic shakes and shit like that without Freddie Roach knowing about it. That's not the way you do and run camps, okay? If you're going to work with other people, you have to be a team player. So based on what I've read, I say this here is a good combination. I do wonder, what do you need, or what did they need JD's for? But I will say this, okay? Just because JD's is still there, you could easily say, what did Joshua need Rob McCracken for when he had Fernandez? Okay, so we have to look at that fairly, and A lot of people decide to make changes. A lot of people believe in loyalty. So, I think because of that, he kept JD's on, but I really don't see him doing anything else besides being a good aide. And I believe he's a good aide. I think he's, a good hype man for Deontay Wilder, but as just sharing real, true knowledge, I don't think that's his major expertise, but I think he has and brings moral support, okay, from the roots of JD's and Deontay Wilder. But Don House and Malik Scott, as long as they get along, I don't see the problem in bringing someone else in. And I do agree with this editor. Why not? The more the merrier. But I will leave you guys with this. It shows people change, okay? It shows people have a different take on things. Because if you look at Deontay Wilder in the first place, or in the first fight, he was ridiculing Tyson Fury for bringing in so many people. He was telling them, like, I don't care how many trainers they bring in. They can't fight for him. Well, the same for Deontay Wilder. It doesn't matter how many trainers he brings in. He's still going to have to perform on the day. Okay, so it's weird how things change, and they reflect in the irony of a lot of fighters, because you had Wilder ridiculing him for having so many trainers, but now he's adding more people on. So, it's a good thing to know, and it's a good thing to change, to know why it's important for change for different camps and for different people. And I think Deontay Wilder is also learning that. And speaking of learning, I think he's also learning to want to learn instead of, hey, with power, you don't need skill. Okay. I very well doubt he will say that shit again. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Don House being added on to the team of Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunched. Peace.